we all know, butterflies come in a multitude of variation, displaying different color and wings pattern from around the world. So, what causes this variation? In this video, we will explore the adaptation of butterflies to the environment, their life cycle, and the benefit this insect bring to our ecosystem. According to the Smithsonian Institution, the world's largest museum, institution, and research complex, there are approximately 17,800 butterfly species in the world. Malaysia is home to approximately 1,180 species of butterfly. Malaysia's national butterfly is Rajah Brooks birdwing, scientifically known as Trogonoptera brookiana, which can be found in the rainforests of Peninsular Malaysia as well as in Sabah and Sarawak, Malaysia. Butterflies are renowned for their stunning and colorful wing patterns that can be seen from afar, that surely will attract the attention of predators including birds and even humans who may wish to sell them to a butterfly collector. This poses a significant challenge to butterfly, given the slow movement compared to potential threat. To ensure the survival of the species, one strategy is to evolve and adapt to environmental change by altering their wing patterns and colors. Despite being a weak creature and short lifespan with adults living only 2 to 3 weeks, butterflies play a vital role in the ecosystem by aiding in the pollination of vegetables and flowers, thereby facilitating the transfer of pollen to other plants and other locations. Here are some examples of butterflies that we encountered during our visit at Kuala Lumpur Butterfly Park.
Life cycle of butterfly. Butterfly will grow through a 4-stage process known as metamorphosis. So, how do they undergo that process? First of all, the butterfly lay an egg on a leaf. After 5 days, they will hatch and become larvae, normally known as caterpillars. Caterpillar then grow by molting its exoskeleton, which means they will change their skin. This stage will be done by a caterpillar for a few times before the next stage, which is the pupa. In this phase, they will just rest in their pupa. We might think that they will just sit in there without doing anything, but actually in this process, they will form a beautiful wings and will also change drastically. Once it's done, they will have freedom to go to all places they want and find their mate to produce offspring. To conclude, butterfly will undergo 4 stages, which is egg, caterpillar, chrysalis, and also become adult butterfly.
What are the butterfly's adaptation to its surrounding? So, there are 3 of the common ways for butterfly to adapt to its surrounding, which are poisonous, camouflage, and disguise.
A monarch butterfly, or its scientific name is Danaus plexippus, has a poisonous pupa. The sole plant that the caterpillar of the monarch butterfly consumes is milkweed, which is poisonous and ought to kill it. Monarch caterpillars are entirely dependent on poisonous milkweed despite the risk. The plant is a great food source for the caterpillars, who even store its toxin in their bodies. The caterpillars consume as much food as they can before developing into a chrysalis. As they grow into adults, the pupa transmit milkweed poison from their gut to their new wings. Once they emerge from the chrysalis, the monarchs transform into a flying poison. When birds attempt to devour the insects, they vomit them back up. It is one of the common ways for butterflies as an adaptation to its surroundings. One way is by making themselves inconspicuous through the use of camouflage. The question mark butterfly, or its scientific name is Polygonia interrogationis, is easily noticeable when its wings are open due to its vivid orange hue. However, its jagged edges and dark and grey coloration give the appearance of a dried leaf when its wings are closed and folded up over its body. The butterfly is shielded by this camouflage, which makes it appear like part of the forest floor. If the butterfly fails to blend in with its surroundings, it has further anatomical modifications that aid in preventing injury. Potential predators can be scared or deterred by having an appearance similar to something else, such as old faces or bird droppings. In both caterpillars and adult butterflies, depending on the species, there are many examples of disguises. In order to disguise themselves, adult butterflies have also evolved structural modifications. A butterfly with eyes on its wing is known as a blue morpho, or its scientific name is Morpho pallidus. The wings have an iridescent blue color when they are open. However, the enormous eye spot pattern on the underside of the wings, known as ocelli, might scare prospective predators if the blue morpho folds its wing.
So, why butterfly is important for environment? Do you guys ever wonder why butterflies are beneficial to the ecosystem and to the environment? So, first of all, butterflies have an essential role in the pollination of plants. These pretty insects are valuable pollinators. Butterflies feed on nectar deep within flowers and rub up against pollen. This contains genetic material which attaches to the butterfly and is deposited in other flowers they visit. The pollen ends up in a female part of another flower of this plant, allowing for reproduction. So as you can see from this video that we recorded at the butterfly park, these butterflies are attracted to bright flowers and they need to feed on the nectar so pollination can occur. Secondly, butterflies show the health of an ecosystem and they are an indicator of a healthy environment. This is because they are all really good for the environment and play a role in increasing biodiversity for the variety of plants, animals, and microorganisms and also their ecosystem. They are a food source for birds, spiders, lizards, and mice and other animals. Caterpillars are also eaten by bats, birds, and other animals. If butterfly population diminish or disappear altogether, the impact will be felt higher up and affect the entire ecosystem. The reason is because butterflies are so sensitive to habitat and climate change. The scientists are monitoring them as one way of observing the wider effects of habitat fragmentation and climate change. Lastly, butterflies make us happy.
How to conserve all these type of butterfly?
There are many ways for us to keep all of these butterflies alive. Firstly, we can build a garden, especially for butterflies, to the multiply habitat of butterflies.
For example, we could take the KL Butterfly Park. The butterfly is more conserved in this way because the main function for these places is to keep the butterfly alive from time to time.
Other than that, the best way for us to do is by feeding the butterfly.
I know some of you will think about how to do it. It is simple as you take your slice of apple and take it outside of your house, which is in a tree, so that when they smell something sweet, they will go find their food. With that, you help them to build up their energy for continuing to live.
Lastly, farmers should reduce or stop using pesticides as their way to keep their plants alive.
Instead, accept some plant damage, build biodiversity, and soil health for natural pest control. It is good for our earth and also all living things on earth.